She had it all: a $1 million car, designer clothes, and a name that opened every door. He had nothing except a kind heart and muddy boots. When her luxury car broke down on a lonely country road, the last person she expected to save her was a poor farmer covered in dirt. But what happened next? No one could have seen it coming. This is not just a story about wealth and poverty. It is a story about humanity, about the power of choices, and how one act of kindness can change two lives forever. You might think you know how this ends, but trust me, you have no idea. Because what this millionaire woman does after the farmer helps her will leave you speechless. And the twist at the end? It is something you will never forget. So, do not skip. Do not click away. Watch until the very last second, because this story might just change the way you see people forever. The late afternoon sun cast long shadows across Robert Miller's fields as he finished his day's work. At 52, Robert's weathered hands told stories of decades tending this modest farm, the same land his father had worked before him. Though the farm provided enough to live by, luxury remained a foreign concept in his simple existence. Miles away, Elena Winters guided her sleek silver Mercedes along the winding country road. At 48, she had built her real estate empire from nothing, transforming herself into one of the city's most prominent businesswomen. She was returning from a failed property negotiation when her car made an ominous sound, a grinding noise followed by smoke billowing from beneath the hood. "Not now," Elena muttered, easing the expensive vehicle onto the roadside. She tried restarting the engine to no avail. Checking her phone, she found no signal. The nearest town was miles away. In the distance, a modest farmhouse caught her eye. With resignation, Elena slipped her designer heels back on and began walking toward what seemed her only hope for assistance. Robert was washing up when he heard the knock. Opening his door revealed a striking woman in a tailored navy suit, looking decidedly out of place against his weathered porch. "Excuse me," she said. "My car broke down about half a mile back. Could I possibly use your phone?" "Of course, ma'am," Robert replied, stepping aside. "The reception's spotty out here, but you're welcome to try." Elena entered the humble home, noting its clean but worn appearance as she made calls, first to her assistant, then to a towing service that could not arrive until morning. Robert quietly prepared coffee. "Seems you're stuck until tomorrow," he said, offering her a steaming mug. "I can drive you to the hillside motel in town if you'd like." "That's very kind," Elena replied, surprised by the man's gentle hospitality. "I hate to impose further, but might I see your farm before we go? I rarely get to experience country life." Robert hesitated, then nodded. "Not much to see, but you're welcome to look around." He led her outside as the evening settled in, pointing out the modest fields that provided his livelihood. Finally, they approached the old barn, its red paint faded by decades of sun and rain. "This barn's been here since my grandfather's time," Robert explained, sliding open the heavy wooden door. Elena stepped inside, and her breath caught. The last sunlight streamed through gaps in the wooden walls, illuminating the space with a golden glow. But what truly stunned her was the craftsmanship within. Beautiful, hand-carved wooden furniture filled the space. Tables with intricate patterns, chairs with elegant curves, cabinets with detailed inlays. "Did you make these?" she whispered. Robert stood frozen, watching her fingers trace the pattern on a cherrywood table. No one had seen his creations in years, this private passion he pursued in quiet evenings after his farm work was done. "Yes," he said simply. "Just a hobby." Elena turned to him, seeing him truly for the first time, not just a farmer, but an artist whose talent had remained hidden in this barn. And Robert, watching her appreciate his work with genuine admiration, felt something stir within him that had been dormant for many years. That evening, over a simple dinner, They talked for hours. Elena shared stories of business victories and lonely achievements, while Robert spoke of his life connected to the land and his woodworking dreams that never seemed practical to pursue. "Why keep such beautiful work hidden away?" she asked. "Never had the means to do anything with it," he admitted. "Or maybe the courage." The next morning, before her car was towed, Elena made him a proposition. Not charity, but a business opportunity. Her downtown building had space for an artisan workshop and gallery. His craftsmanship deserved to be seen, and she had the connections to make it happen. 3 months later, Robert stood beside Elena at the opening of Miller Craft Works, his pieces once hidden in a weathered barn, now displayed under elegant lighting. And as they watched visitors admire his work, their hands found each other's. An unexpected connection formed between two worlds that once seemed impossibly far apart. What began with a broken-down car had revealed something beautiful in both their lives, his hidden talent finding its audience, and her success finding its purpose. Sometimes, Robert thought, the most meaningful journeys begin with unexpected detours.